Remember, the men who've come into the house still don't know they're being videotaped. This next man says he's here to sell a house. He's 65-year-old Charles Harding, screen named Hard Chuck 1, here to meet this 13-year-old boy. Again, the decoy used an old photo given to him by Dateline. Based on his reaction,
"Hey, how are you? Okay.
I'm about the last person he's expecting to see.
What you up to today?"
Nothing. Call. Talk with a gentleman. I have a place that I have for sales.
Oh, you're selling a house.
I see he was interested.
Well, here's what doesn't make sense about that. How is a 13-year-old going to afford to buy your home?
Well, I didn't know how old he was. I didn't stop to ask his age.
Well, Chuck, the only problem with that story is that I have the transcripts of your conversation with Luke. What are you looking for? I could be your grandpa. Into young boys your age, love to cuddle with them, caress their body, work my... And it goes on from there.
Finally, he decides to tell the truth. And he actually admits that he might have had sex with the boy.
But if he would have consented to having sex, what would have happened?
I'd be very hesitant at first. If he continued, then possibly we would have had it.
Possibly you would have had sex with a 13-year-old boy.
If, I felt uncomfortable and I felt that he was, not fit or anything, I would have walked away.
Not fit? How can a 13-year-old boy be fit to have sex with a 65-year-old man? Don't you see an issue there?
Well, I see nothing wrong with cuddling and caressing.
Then he talks about a book he reads that fills him with fantasies.
It deals with younger, older, father, son.
Father, son?
Yes.
You're talking about fathers having sex with their sons, grandfathers having sex with their grandsons.
Doctors with their patients, with the young patients, employees with their young patients.
You talk about this like it's some sort of hobby, building train sets. That's not what we're talking about here.
It's a book that I read and I fantasize.
There's much more to this man's story, as the police are about to find out. Soon, you'll find out what the detectives discovered in the men's personal belongings and what these suspects had to say once they were under arrest. And as for this man, the 65-year-old who told us he'd be willing to have sex with a 13-year-old, believe it or not, all he wants to do is call his mom.
I should call my mother and let her know that I got home safely.
Well, that's going to be arranged through the jail.
Because she'd be worried that I didn't get home because I was en route from her place.
Hello? Luke? Yeah, this is Chuck. All right, how are you doing? Good. You have a nice Christmas?